Hi, everybody. This is Bonnie Strait, and I just want you to know how much I love you and how much it means to me that you are praying for me and lifting up our situation. This is a target on our movement, and they know that David and I have done everything we can to help eliminate this slave system and help people stand in their righteous inheritance as sovereign men and women of this land, and we are being targeted for it. I have discharged all debts linked to a false conviction from several years ago that was criminally prosecuted me for just simply owning a gun, never using it, never threatening anyone, never acting in violence, just owning it, having it in my purse, which is all fraud. And we all know that we have a Second Amendment right that's highly protected, and we also have it in the Texas Bill of Rights, Article 1, Section 23. I will be writing a writ of habeas corpus to the Texas Supreme Court, and you also have the right to write a writ of habeas corpus anytime you see your brothers and sisters confined, and the confinement is unconstitutional. They used a statute and code that went absolutely arbitrary to the Second Amendment, and it was places weapons prohibited, 46.03, that they do not allow guns in court. Well, I was never in a court, never planning to go into a court that day, yet I was seized, arrested, punished without a trial. So all this is double jeopardy. Pardon me. I'm being targeted in a very severe way, and they've been holding me in solitary confinement for 8 days. And a lot of that is just the cause of mental breakdown. I want you to know that I am, as of today, I am fasting and praying about this situation. There's some beautiful scripture in Isaiah, Isaiah 59, verse 15 through 19. And I hope you read those and that you petition the Lord, and those of you who are willing to fast and pray with me. I am claiming the promises in Scripture in John 14:14 that says, if you ask anything in my name, I will do it. Over and over again, Scripture talks about in Psalms 94 how God will contend with the wicked. What's interesting, too, is a Scripture found in Isaiah 59:15, and it says, he who departs from evil makes himself prey. That means when we've left their evil slave system, we make ourselves a target, right? And the Lord saw it, and it displeased him that there was no justice. And this is found in Isaiah 59:15. And as that scripture goes on down to 19, it says, when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. And think about that scripture in Isaiah 59, verse 19. When the enemy comes in like a flood, think about water, think about admiralty, maritime jurisdiction, right? The Spirit of the Lord will lift up a standard against him. And I believe with all my heart that that is what we are doing now. That we are the standard that Christ is raising up against this water jurisdiction. I believe that this is a fulfillment of prophecy that you and I and all of us as Americans, as American state nationals, as sovereign, free, living men and women that have gotten off the slave ship, that this is the standard that is prophesied that will happen. I just found it while I'm in confinement over and over again in Psalm 89, verse 9, and Psalm 99, verse 4. It talks about how God will judge us with equity and in righteousness. Beautiful. And equity makes everyone whole. Equity does everything right. That's where we want to be, is in equity. Well, we had a hearing yesterday in front of a judge, and we asked the judge to move it into equity and into private, and he refused to do it. So please lift up Judge Frank Bobbitt McGregor, and please ask that the Lord move upon his heart that he would move this issue into equity and give us the relief, remedy, and restitution that we're entitled to. David and I both love you, and we are suffering greatly, but we want you to know that we are not operating in hope. We're operating in faith, and faith is a muscle that if we don't use it, it will not be as strong. So we're operating in faith, and we're claiming the promises of Scripture, and I am fasting and praying. And those of you who are willing and able, please fast and pray with me. I am completely abstaining from all food and drinking water only for the next 3 days, starting today, and today is the 19th. Tomorrow is the 20th, it's David's birthday. And also I'll be fasting tomorrow and the following day. And I just pray for those of you who are willing and you know the power of prayer and you know the power of fasting and praying, that you will do it with me and claim all the promises in Scripture. God is mighty, and He tells us all over, pardon me, I'm losing my voice, all over the Psalms, how He will deal with the wicked. Psalm 37, we will see what the Lord will do to the wicked with our own eyes. Psalms 94, very rich in telling us what God will deal with the wicked. He will judge. He will judge them, and we will be found righteous and holy. And this is a mighty war that we're in. We are in it to the death. We will never leave, trying to stand up and fight for the righteous people in our nation who are wrongfully confined. I pray for all those prayer warriors that are willing to fast and pray with me. I will be begging the Lord for His mighty hand and His merciful arm to judge and administer punishment in double portions for those who are involved in human and child trafficking and coercive slavery. Those 3 things, I will be asking God to judge the wicked immediately, that swift justice comes for those who are involved in human and child trafficking and coercive slavery. And I pray that you do so with me. Our nation has got to be free, and we've got to get rid of this blight. And it is so rampant and so in such high places that our mighty God, Judge, He's the one that can take care of this problem, but He needs our prayers and our petitions and our prayer and fasting. He takes very seriously. He tells us in His Word that the prayers of a righteous man availeth much, and that also includes us righteous women. I love you very much, and thank you so much for your prayers and your concern, and it means so much to us. We love you. Stay free. God bless Texas. God bless America. We love you.